Sonia here with your weekly spiritual lesson. And this week we are talking about creating a grounding routine. As we all know, coronavirus is everywhere and has disrupted every single facet of our lives. And this is the moment more than anything that our spiritual training has really prepared us for. This is a time when we get to dig into our tools, dig into ourselves, and dig into our connection with our intuition and the universe so that we don't get hijacked, leaving us with no place to make decisions that actually serve us. So the first thing that I want to say is that this virus is really showing us how interconnected we are. In one way or another, we have come to a point in our civilization and in our societies where we very much need to wake up. And even though this isn't necessarily the way we expected it to look, it's here. So how can we use this time constructively? First and foremost, in the sense of having to start to slow down, starting to connect better with ourselves, gives us a window into looking at not only our behaviors, but of how we can be better in alignment with ourselves, with our hearts, with the planet, and with each other. The biggest virus that we really need to fight right now is fear, because there's a lot of unknowns. And when we're in a space of unknown, really super easy for our limbic nervous systems to get hijacked and go into fight, flight, or freeze. So this is the reason why we're talking about the importance of a spiritual routine. The thing is routines create predictability. And right now, with our worlds being unpredictable, with a lot of us having to work from home for the first time, maybe having, our kids in schools and everything in such what feels like a complete free-for-all, this is where we can start to create routines for our own insides, for our own intuition, for our own spirituality, so we can start to hand things over, start to reconnect back to ourselves, back to our bodies as a safe place. So our spiritual routines don't have to take long. Oftentimes we think it has to be a really big deal. A few months ago, I did a video on my own spiritual routine. And so even in terms of this moment right here, let's get a clear routine that works. So first and foremost, the first thing that I want you to do is that every morning upon waking up is just put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly and just start to feel your own energy. This is the moment before our brains really sort of power on and get into all of that thinking and sort of that place of even being like a little rotisserie chicken on a spit. So if we can just anchor into our own energy, into the feeling of our own spirit, it can give us some room to breathe. Now, number 2, in creating a spiritual routine and just a mental health routine, don't look at your phone in bed. Don't look at social media in bed. Don't look at the news in bed. Have your bed be a place where you can unplug, where you can unplug from the noise, and where you can unplug from information saturation. So if we can even give ourselves just a few minutes, as my bed is a safe place, connecting to my heart and my spirit, and I am not going to overload myself with my phone, it gives us a moment to get grounded. Which brings me to point number 3. Take a few minutes to meditate every day. We have a lot of different thoughts that are going around and swirling, trying to figure out what's next, where we are, if we're safe, what's happening. And so we have to remember that everything that we think isn't true. And the way that we can do that is really train our minds to not have to chase after our thoughts. And a really beautiful way to do that is to meditate. So in that same morning routine, this is my little morning routine that I'm proposing to you, which can take maybe 10 minutes before you start your day. Just put a timer on your phone, maybe a gentle bell or something so it doesn't jar you before you look at your social media, and just take 10 minutes to connect with your breath. If you're somebody who's new to meditating, the only thing that you have to do is just count in 1 for breathing in, 2 for out, 3 for in. Count to 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just focus on your breath. Now, thoughts will absolutely come, but a lot of times I just think that's a thought and just come back to counting. And when we can do that, it can help us to give us some more space and room to breathe, which more than ever is super important. And last but not least, set an intention for your day. And when we can set an intention, especially in that meditative space that we just opened up, ask your spirit, ask your intuition, what is my intention for the day? And so, for example, an intention for my day today is to go slow. And when I say going slow, for me, that means just practicing mindfulness, practicing how I feel in my body, practicing how things feel. But in going slow, it allows me to be in control and make more choices instead of getting hijacked. Because the truth of the matter is right now we are in the waves, and there are moments where we're going to feel really ungrounded, and that's normal. But we have to remember to come back to our centers. Our bodies are right here. This physical container where your spirit lives is your safe place. It is home. And so the more that we can remind our limbic nervous system, the more that we can root into that, the more that we can get grounded and tune in with our spirit, tune into our intuition, the more that we can meet these challenges head on and really not have to completely gas ourselves every time. So create your spiritual routine. Like I said, start by connecting with your spirit. 2, don't look at your phone. Have your bed be a safe place to just unplug. 3, practice meditation, whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's 20 minutes, it makes a difference. 4, set your intention for the day and practice and coming back to it. What is my intention? Am I practicing my intention? Am I going slow? And make them little bite sizes. So I hope that this is helps you. I feel like, as always, if you need support, because right now we do, please feel free to reach out over and click on my book button. More than ever, too, you can download my free intuition workbook over on my site. I also started a Facebook group called Your Spiritual Bestie, which is a place where I'm posting videos every day, different tools, and where we can really use this moment as a community to help uplift one another. Because now more than ever, we need each other. And we need to be able to use this time not only to do better, but to help create a new vision. So we need you, we need your light. Come join my Facebook group. It has all sorts of fun, great things, and also tools to help us navigate in a community, because that's what we need. So I'm sending you all my love from New Orleans. Stay inside, socially isolate, wash your hands, take care of yourself, and tell your body how much you love it and how grateful you are. This is our sweet little container. So I'm sending you all my love. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Go outside. Love you. Bye.